Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls,
welcome to yet another episode of the 3 and the 13 show. I'm 3, jersey number 3, Varun.
and I am 13, jersey number 13, Raghav.
We bring to you the story of jersey number 7.
Jersey number 7.
Jersey number 7? Jersey number 7, is it?
Jersey number 7. Do you mean jersey number 7 in our list? Seriously? I'm so excited.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, jersey number 7, Indian national football team and Chennaiyin FC's winger, Lallianzuala Chhangte, our very own. His story is truly inspirational. A young boy from a small town in the most beautiful region of India, the Northeast. His hard work, his determination, his will to succeed has made him what he is today. He zips through the midfield, zaps the defenders and booms it in. That's him all the way. And if he gets a chance to pass, he shall, because that's what he is, a team man to the core. For him, God, family and team comes in that order. He attributes every single bit of his success to the Almighty. Where would you find such a man who does that in today's age? We're all very proud of him and we are all very inspired. It's time we heard his story for you to be inspired. And someone who knows him the most, has worked alongside with him for a couple of years, knows every single dark secret there is to know about him, for us to hear about, for him to share. I give you jersey number 13, Raghav.
Did you just ask me about Zuala? I mean, of course, I know a lot about him, and that's what we will share with you through the instances that we have had with him, which we feel have good amount of heart in them. That's what we'll do today. So Zuala, let's start. The first question is something that I had always wanted to ask you. I read this on your Facebook. It was posted by one of your school friends, and it said that as a kid you were overlooked by your team coach and you were never given the chance of playing in the starting 11, and here we are sitting and talking to a national team player who's doing well for his club, well for his country. So what is Lallianzuala Chhangte all about?
Yes, that's true. I was once luckily got selected to represent Mizoram team under 17 when I was around 15 years old. But I was way beyond the coach's expectation, and I disappointed our coach when he gave me opportunity to play. And I was substitute right away after the first half. I still remember the words he told me. You are not good enough to play for under 17 team, and you don't even deserve to play for under 14.
Zuala, the people would like to know, has the man Lallianzuala Chhangte come of age? Is he mature enough to don the responsibility of the Indian national team and Chennaiyin FC to the best of his ability?
It's a fact that I'm still a young lad to lead the Indian football team, but if opportunity fell on me, then I would dare grab my chance with utmost confidence and commitment. I'm just about to begin my journey though, but I want to take India as highest as it can soar with all the effort that's left in me.
My next question would be that all that you had gone through, when did you finally realize that you can make it as a professional player and make it to a dream of playing for the country and playing at the topmost level in India?
When I played for my local club and my school team, as a kid, some people had faith in me. So the moment I joined the academy, Chennaiyan in Lunglei, at the age of 12 years old, I made up my mind and decided to become a professional footballer one day. I was Never the best one or the most skilled, but I was undefeated in case of fitness and hard work.
So Zwala, the Norway trial. Quite an eventful journey, right? Played a full match against Northeast in Guwahati, flew back to Delhi in less than 12 hours, and then you and Raghav took a flight to Norway. A long one though. And when you reached the hotel, you're seen doing this.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the morning.
Care to explain?
Wow, I still remember that night. It was a long journey and a tough route, and I was really tired that night. But since childhood, one thing stuck with me, and that's hard work. I always wanted to be pictured as someone who fully depends on God and an extremely hardworking man. So whenever people say my name, I wanted them to remember me as a man who doesn't like losing, and maybe that's why it's hard for me to imagine even a single day wasted.
So Zwala, we all know that you have been with 3 clubs till now, and you have been a part of the Indian team for quite some time. And during that journey, you would have been coached by different coaches and different styles of playing, different nationalities of coaches, meaning that they play different systems. You have, I think, been with 3 English coaches, 1 Spanish, and now Croatian. Who has played the most important part of being a coach to you and making sure that you go on the right path in your career so far?
I deeply respect all the coaches I've ever had in my career so far, and honestly, they were all very kind and fair to me. And I always wanted to learn something new from each one of them. But since childhood and until now, Coach Monkima from my hometown has always been my inspiration, and at the same time, a very loyal friend of mine. I could just call him up at 5 in the morning when I need some training done, and he would spare his time for me in almost everything. That is why he's the most influential coach I've ever had.
Normally, a human being has 1 or 0 talents. But you seem to have many. So if Zwala were not to be a football player, would he be a musician?
If not a footballer, I would be a great musician, I suppose. I would love to go on tour, visiting different countries in the world. To me, there's a deep connection between football and music. And apart from playing football, my hobby is to play music, and I have a passion for music since childhood.
Zwala, so which Indian or international football player inspires you the most, and why?
Sunil Chhetri is my favorite Indian player. I greatly admire the way he works harder than everybody and managed to be an inspiration in everything. Amongst the international players, Cristiano Ronaldo is my all-time favorite. I've never seen a man with his consistency, but what motivates me the most is his hard work and determination to get to the top.
So in a family that has 4 boys and you being the 3rd youngest, how difficult or courageous was it for you to take up football as a career? And who supported you? I know that your whole family today roots for you like there's no tomorrow, but the initial journey would have been a little tough, no? What do you have to say about that?
Football has been an inspiration and a challenging game for our family. Even my 2 big brothers excelled at it, and one of them was expected to have a brighter future than me. But football requires true hard work and discipline. and they could no longer pursue. But still, they support me in everything I chose to do and become. And during holidays, they never expect me to do housework and other things. They just wanted me to focus on my work and football. My grandfather is a huge fan of football, and he encouraged me a lot since I was a kid. The only time we didn't have a ball was during the exams. He never missed my match when I played for my village, and he was one to buy me my first boot football shoe.
So with that, we move on to our rapid fire round, and Lallianzuala Chhangte being one of the fastest football players, I'm sure it's going to be a tough round for him in comparison to running fast on the pitch. So I hope, Zuala, your answers are quick and spontaneous and fun. So which is the toughest stadium that you have played in?
I think the stadium of Bengaluru FC, the Sri Kantevera Stadium, is the toughest stadium I've ever played.
Name your favorite movie character or a TV series.
TV series is Avengers, and my favorite character is Iron Man.
So who's a better co-owner, Jacqueline Fernandez or Abhishek Bachchan?
Both are very humble and kind.
Name a fellow player who you'd like to challenge in FIFA.
I would like to challenge Dragos Virtulescu, my mate in Chennaiyin FC. Be ready, Dragos.
If you could bring back one player, who would you bring back?
Lastly, Ronaldinho.
Your best 11. It could be a mix of current players, ex-players, or players in the leagues across the world.
For goalkeeper, I choose Edwin van der Sar. The last two defender will be Sergio Ramos and Virgil van Dijk. Left back, Eko. Right back, Daniel Alves. Midfielder will be Xavi and Iniesta. In front of them, I would like to put Kevin De Bruyne and Messi, Neymar and Cristiano Ronaldo in the front.
Hi, my name is Raghav Shankar and I'm a student of DPS Noida. And my question to Chhangte sir is, what is that one thing that people don't know about you?
When I was a kid, I used to distribute newspaper to earn some money to buy my ball and my ball boots.
Alright, do you have any superstitions that you kind of follow before a match?
No, I don't have any superstition.
One player faster than you.
Gareth Bale.
Would you rather be a star in an average team or an average player in the best team in the world?
I would be an average player in an elite team, but I would be working very hard to be a star in that team.
So Zuala, this question might hurt you. Would you rather make it to the final and lose or never make it to the final? I'm sorry for asking this, especially after knowing what happened in the last ISL season. But you gotta answer this one for us.
It's hard to choose because, it's the worst feeling when you lose a final. But I'd still choose to lose every final rather than not to make it to the final.
Would you rather have a stadium named after you or an award?
I'd rather have a stadium to train every morning, every day.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. In the words of Lallianzuala Chhangte, his own story. Stay tuned, where next week we bring to you another story of inspiration. We are the storytellers in the world of sports, and we are in the midst of writing the greatest sports story the world has ever seen.